For the Hack a Game project, my group, which included Callum Husch, Jack Fredericks, Travis Kent, and Ryan Monk, redesigned the game Risk from 1959 as a space battle called Galax. The things we thought about when choosing our game were the complexity of it, the amount of pieces, which included 3 red dice, 3 blue dice, 42 territory cards, 6 continents, 1 wild card, 30 army tokens, 12 cavalry tokens, and 8 artillery tokens. We also thought about our concept with each of our game ideas, and this one had the clearest one. Risk is originally played by each player attempting to conquer all territories on the board. Players can choose to fortify their armies or roll dice for offensive and defensive moves. The winner of an attack either gains or keeps the territory depending on if they were attacking or defending. One of the first designs we got done for this project was the logo. Travis looked at the original Risk logo, liked the concept of the guy on the horse in the letter R of Risk, and decided to keep that concept into our space theme and replace the horse and the guy on it with a spaceship. One of the second designs that got done in our project was the game board. Ryan used generative AI in Photoshop to develop his main concept for the board, where he wanted planets laid out, and also some of the design elements like the spaceships flying and the lasers and the environment of the board. After the main components of the game board were done, Travis used Photoshop's 3D texture tool to create the planets on the board. For the game board pieces, I designed one model in Tinkercad, and then the rest I found on Thingiverse, and I ran test prints to see what settings the printer would like, the scale that I needed, the speed, the quality, the line infill, the supports, and eventually got to a place where I could print all 4. They ran well. After my pieces were done printing on the Anycubic Viper, I then took the supports off and painted them. Originally, I had planned to print the tokens as well, and I did one test print of those, but due to time constraints, I decided to use Adobe Illustrator to make my tokens. For the colors, I referenced the game board, and then I reused the ship design and the logo, and the artillery design from the 3D model I made, and used a stock image for the gun. Jack designed the instruction booklet in InDesign. He kept his design pretty simple and showed his computerized concept in the typeface he chose. He then included the logo and the cover art as well as some of the cards in the booklet. Rough versions of the territory cards were designed by both Jack and Travis. Jack's design reused the same planet assets from the game board, took the specific territories from them, and placed them on the card with the same typeface from the instruction packet. Travis's design simplified the planets and identified the territory with a solid block of color while the rest were outlined. He then reused the same typeface and style as the game board had. We eventually went with this design because it was more consistent throughout the whole project. When we tried to play the game, one of the issues we ran into is that none of us had experience playing Risk as a board game, and we didn't realize how long the game was going to run for. We also came across issues in the instruction packet where information was missing and cards that had the same name typed on a different card that should have had a different name. Other than those very minor tweaks, I think the game would be more playable if we had more prior knowledge to it, and I really enjoyed the design and the concept we fully created together. I enjoyed working with this group, and I'm more open to collaboration now because of this project.